Hello, hello, hello. So I am taking part again today in 2 hops. So we've got Baby Got Scrap and we've got Get in Shape. Now Get in Shape is going to be each Sunday through January, and the first prompt for it is circles. So I've cut this, which technically makes this scrap. That's for another project. So this is my circle for this project because it's technically scrap now. I'm going to choose a background piece to go under it. So that's going to be my full. Now, you're not going to see much of this background piece, but we need something that's covering a lot of the page. And that's got circles on, so we're going to go with this one. A couple of the girls doing Baby Got Scraps have done page kits with their scraps and chosen Vicky Booten pre-made backgrounds, and I've got a huge pile of Vicky Booten pre-made backgrounds. So I've done 3 out of the 4 collections that she's had them, or 2 out of 3, I can't remember. I've basically got all of them from each collection except for the latest one. Now, because this is going on top of this, I want to trim this down a little bit so I'm not worried about having to line it up perfectly. So, because I want it to come down, I'm going to take 1 inch off the bottom. We're going to save that because that's a good scrap for doing journaling on. And we're going to do 1/2 inch off 2 sides. Now, pre-made background paper pads from Vicky Booten aren't true 12 by 12 in the first place anyway, but I definitely don't want this to be 12 by 12 because when I am lining this up to stick it on, I just want to stick it on and not have to worry about lining it up perfectly. We've got, so as I said, Get in Shape is one of the hops I'm doing today. Whoops, sorry, knocking everything over. And the prompt is circles. So these are pictures from Dunrobin house, castle. They're not brilliant. Maybe should have printed them a bit bigger. And so that's the view from the car park as you're walking up. That's the view from the garden. These are views from the garden. That's a view of the garden from up on this terrace here. They've also got birds of prey display in the garden. So my idea is I'm going to use Paige Evans Spendid. Now I was using this a bit not so long ago to make some envelopes for a project which I ended up not using. So I'm going to actually cut some circles out of this. I've got my box of circle punches. I'm going to do some varying different sizes of punches, and I'm going to fill this background in. Now this is inspired by a sketch for a card on Scrapbook and Cards Today winter issue, winter 23 issue. Alison Davis had done a scrapbook page with the sketch. I think it's an Alison Davis sketch that she's done for Scrapbook and Cards Today, and she had then done a really lovely scrapbook page where she'd done the circle, but it was as a bauble because that's what the card sketch was, and she'd done loads of circles in the middle, and I just loved it, and I wanted to use sort of that as a starting point. I will endeavour to locate the sketch on the Scrapbook and Cards Today website and share that here with you so that you can see what I'm meaning. Hopefully I've remembered and I put that up on the screen by now for the sketch that I'm basing this on. So yeah, I just thought it would be really good to do that idea, that design. I really liked it, and so yeah, I really liked it, and I just thought I'd put my spin on it. Now, part of my idea is to fill this with different size circles. Then we've got some circle pictures around the outside. But the reason I'm using a Paige Evans collection is I want to do loads of florals off the outside of the central circle. I think I'm just going to go with 3 papers. So yeah, I thought I'd do loads of... Sorry, this punch is really stiff. So yeah, loads of florals off around the picture, around the central piece. Mix some of my photos in with the punch circles in the middle. So I've used a 2-inch circle punch for these. This one. So these are the UK Success punches. And yeah, so I thought Paige was a good, one of Paige's collections is a good collection to use when you want to go ham with the florals. I'm thinking I might stitch as well. I was actually thinking of stitching a circle over the florals. I don't know yet. But then as well as the florals have 3 of the pictures on the outside. So let's start with this. I'm going to put you on fast forward and come back when this is all stuck down.
Okay, so I found out partway through sticking these down or arranging them, I should say, that I didn't really have enough circles. So I've grabbed some other sheets of my scraps and punched some more circles. I've also taken the bigger circles out, so the 2-inch and I think it was 1 3/4, so the big two big circles that I punched separately to the confetti circle punch. I've then want to make sure that where I'm placing these circles are actually going to be within or just hanging out of the main circle. So I've just brought the circle in that's cut out in the middle of this and drawn around it to give me a barrier, kind of like an outline of where they're going. I've got those enamel dots there from the Spendid collection, and I've just put 3 clusters at different places around the page. And now I'm just bringing in my wax seals, and this is my big box of pre-made wax seals, and I'm just bringing these in and just adding a different circular element, so you've got texture there, which was the idea with the enamel dots as well. So yeah, just giving those a go, auditioning different ones that I've pre-made. I think I changed that blue one out for a pink one in a sec. There we go. I did also try the buttons, the buttons with the little enamel dots in them, which you get from a few American crafts collections. Usually they're always in Chanel ones. I tried a few of them and decided it was just too busy, and I'm just trying some circles from the sticker sheet. And again, I just think that with the pattern papers and the enamel dots and the wax seals, that I've got enough going on there. Just layering up the photos that are going to sit on the outside. I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on them where they're going to overlap another one, just stick them together as a cluster. And now I'm just bringing in the flower ephemera from the die cut pieces and laying these around the outside of the main circle. I do change these around a little bit. I just don't want to have too many of the same colour or the same shape next to each other. So I do fiddle with this a little bit before I do glue it all down. And I'm almost done with that rearranging and arranging and rearranging. And yeah, once I'm happy with where they all are, I do stick them down, and then you'll see that I don't leave them all overhanging like this. I do trim them down, and we are almost there with that. Just the last couple that I am adding in. I'm just trying to find some more out of my tray of die cuts to make sure I'm getting a good variety there. Okay, so I get them all stuck, and then I turn the page over and I trim off the parts of these die cuts that are hanging over the main circle frame. And I do put these offcuts back in the packet of die cuts, because you know I like using half cut flowers under other things. You know, it just saves the waste, and you can never have enough flower ephemera.
Right, so I've decided I'm not going to stitch it. What I am going to do is I'm just going to scribble on it. And hopefully this doesn't look too awful. I'll do a couple of these so that they are, you're not going to go a bit funny between some of the leaves, like that. And that's going on there. That's going there. I'm going to stick some leaves around it, a couple of places. Right, let's get this stuck down. I think I might go around the outside as well. Tip that I picked up from somewhere, can't remember where, is watch where the pen's going, not where it is. So you're just going to look where you want your pen to end up. So start it off and then just look to the end of the page and your pen will find its way where you're looking. When you want it on purpose to be wiggly. I always want it on purpose to be wiggly, because at the end of the day, if you try and make it straight, it's just going to go wiggly anyway. I'm going to put it on the base because we know how far out that is, because we can see it. And then we're going to put it round my circle. It does apparently go around corners. These are actually for making shaker pockets, which I decided not to do with this because I think it's busy enough. Might be too busy. What do you think? I mean, these things never end up how you imagined, but I have had fun making it. Which at the end of the day is the point of the hobby, is to enjoy what you're making. Fuse some scraps up. Fuse bits of collections have sat on the shelf for ages. Right, I'm going to stand up for this bit so I can look over it. Okay, so that's a bit of separation between the back and the top. And then a cluster of photos with a little bit of this here. There we go. Now the question is, are we sequining or are we not? I might use Nuvo actually. Right, so we were going to put some leaves around, weren't we? So seeing as I've got that bit there that won't seem to want to go away, that's going to be a spot. And then there. Yep. Right, so I'm going to put you on fast forward while I embellish.
So pulling out a few of the leaves from the floral die cut ephemera pack here to just, you know, give that visual triangle on my 3 points to draw your eye into the middle. Gives a little bit more interest. I also add more texture, more layers with some die cut pieces in a minute, chipboard pieces in a minute, but I do just like this adding that greenery, because all the pinks and the blues and yellows and etc. in the middle, I just like adding these bits of green out around it, especially with that big bit of green with the bird prey in the middle. So here I am. I was just auditioning some of the smaller die cuts there, didn't like it, and then I spotted these really tiny ones on the chipboard sheets, die cut chipboard pieces, stickers, and I really liked them. So I've pulled them out. I also grabbed that camera and that little bird as well because I just thought they look cute. and was looking at adding another chipboard piece in the middle and decided no, that was a bit too much. And coming into the stickers and the little sticker book that comes with the collection, I do add some word stickers in a minute. Here I am, as always, with American Crafts chipboard. It's not just American Crafts, it's actually most chipboard die cut pieces. The adhesive just isn't happy and it usually dries out and everything falls off. So I always add wet glue to the back of those. And now from the sticker book, I really like these little postage stamps. So yeah, I just adding in these stickers to, again, you know, some more layers. Love them little heart paper clips, but just couldn't see where they would work. And here we go with my title. There's a big piece that says Adventures, there is, and I just, you know, this is somewhere I've wanted to visit for ages. I've never made it there. I explained in my last video about Dunrobin Castle that we've never been because of the stairs up and down from the castle to the garden. It was just too much for me to walk when back was before I lost my weight. So this was, you know, an adventure, my very best adventure, because after the years we've been going, I was able to do it.
That's it. We've got wax seals. We've got chipboard pieces. It's Paige Evans, Splendid. There may be some papers from Wonders in there. I'm not sure. It kind of all got thrown in the same box when I was trying to make them envelopes that failed. Got lots of circles for Getting Shape Circle and for the first Sunday of the month. And I've used all the papers are scraps, including my big circle because I've got that for another project. So yeah. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, and check out the links in the description for those taking part in the hops. Thanks for watching. Bye.